Welcome to the Perla Bienestar podcast. Meet your host, Perla Puebla, nurse practitioner, healthcare advocate, and wellness enthusiast with over a decade of experience helping people feel their best. This podcast is your space for real, down-to-earth conversations about health, beauty, and everything in between. Get ready for tips and insights to take charge of your wellness journey. Let's dive in.
Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about strength training and all the benefits of strength training. And we have Fit Delilah with us today. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Delilah. My close friends call me Fit Delilah, trainer extraordinaire. That was the joke.
You are a trainer extraordinaire for me.
But yeah, I'm here to answer any of Perla's questions, go over the benefits of strength training at home. I'm a personal trainer. I also compete in bodybuilding, bikini bodybuilding competitively. And I've been training for over 10 years now.
When did you start training?
I started back in about like 2016, 2017 when I moved to Las Vegas. And I was about 220 pounds and I was just overweight and unhappy with the way my clothes were fitting. So I had to completely change my lifestyle as far as like my diet and food went and getting more active because I wasn't active whatsoever. And I only drank soda and juice, never drank any water. So once I started implementing water and exercise into my daily habits, my weight started dropping. And as the weight started dropping, I got more and more into fitness, and I switched my career from like sales management to gym management. And then from there, I went to personal training because I had so much success transforming my body that I was able to transform others with all of the knowledge that I gained and all the weight loss that I lost.
That's awesome. I think Delilah and I met 3-4 years ago, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When she started helping me with my personal training. Ever since then, I have gotten a lot stronger. I have seen a lot of the benefits of strength training that are also supported by research. What benefits did you start seeing when you started strength training? I know you lost weight, but did you see any other benefits?
One of the main things that improved, I've always had pretty high confidence, but strength training, working out, going to the gym, changing my body added more confidence. It also helps with mental health. I'm pretty active and I have really high energy. So going to the gym helps me relax and harness that energy somewhere else. So I think those are really big things that I saw, that just my mood and my confidence and my health changed as well. I noticed that I wasn't getting as sick as often. So I thought that was, pretty important from being always, if anyone got sick, I would always get sick generally pretty quickly after them. If they were around me, and I did work in like an office setting, so germs spread very quickly.
Yeah.
As soon as someone was sick in the office, I usually got sick as well. But then once I started strength training and building up my immune system and just building up my body, that stopped.
Yeah, I think there's other benefits too, more, but I think for me myself, I would say yes, it was the same thing. It was improved mental health, decreased anxiety, improved confidence. And I'm not as disciplined as I should be in it, but it definitely does help. It helped my weight, it helped reverse my insulin resistance, and definitely with anxiety as well.
The good thing is it kind of got you aware. Like if you didn't work out and know those things, you wouldn't be in the spot that you're at now.
No, and you're right. It did increase the awareness. And I do have to say that um the confidence booster was also in I'm able to do things I was never able to do before that I never thought that I could do, lift weights that I never thought I could ever lift, you know?
Correct. Right.
It's insane. And then that helps your boost your confidence and makes you feel so much better.
Then it just gives you the energy, for your kids and then long-term effects as well.
It does. It definitely does give you the energy for your kids and makes you feel better overall. It does reverse insulin resistance. It does help with building your bone strength. Makes you feel better overall. You're going to reduce injury risk, might sleep better. Like you said, improve your immune function. It could help regulate hormones. I think there's definitely a lot of benefits to strength training that are supported by research, I do have to say. So it is important, and I try to always tell my patients, this is really important for you to start doing it. Um, Start doing it from home or going to the gym or getting yourself a personal trainer. What would you say, how would someone start at home with strength training?
First thing that I would definitely recommend is just walking. Trying to hit 10,000 steps a day is the bee's knees. That's where the magic happens. A lot of people will say, "Oh, well, I walk all the time at my job," or "I do this because I work and I walk back and forth all day long." You might That might be true that you are walking back and forth all day long, but that's not considered like actual exercise because you're not doing the same motion for a continuous period, like, for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, the same actual like exercise movement. Once you get that movement in there added to your regular day's walk, that's where you'll be at that 10,000 steps, and that's where you'll start seeing, your body being able to not be as tired as long, and it'll give you the motivation to actually work out. Because a lot of people don't think that they can move if they, sit down for a long time or they have a sedentary job. The last thing they want to do is get up and go, to the gym because they're intimidated.
Yeah.
So the easiest and the thing that you could do is if you have a big yard, you could, walk around your yard or go outside and walk around the block. If you have a dog, walk your dog. But the walking is what's going to get your body moving and get your body used to that movement. So that way, when you do actually go to the gym or you actually maybe start running or add something else into it, it's not going to be as hard and it's not going to be as, it won't hurt your body as much. It
Yeah.
won't have as impact because you started walking and you got your body moving and, stretching and just getting your body loose is going to help more than you know.
Yeah, if you do this, 10,000 steps, if you do 30 minutes of more of the walking around, it does help release the happy hormones in your body. And this is when you feel more energized to be able to get up and go to the gym or do other things for your health as well.
Right. And walking is easy. It can be boring. That's why you need to maybe change the setting, like go on a hike, um, walk your dogs, go to a track if you have a track available. But just being able to walk and get that fresh air, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, is just going to get your blood flowing from your toes all the way up to your ears and back down. And you want that blood flowing all through your body. Um, if you think about it like sitting down and at your desk all day, your blood's flowing, but it's not really going all the way up to your brain, circulating and going back down. It's just kind of in your body, not really moving. So that's why when you eat and you sit there for a long time, you might feel aches and pains, your back might hurt, your leg might fall asleep. If you get up, if you work from home and if you get up and maybe, go outside really quick and walk around, or maybe even walk around your living room for 3 to 5 minutes, that'll get your blood flowing and your circulation, and it'll help with your, cardio health, and it'll just help overall.
And I think the 10,000 steps, I mean, I think once you start being aware of that, and I think it should be easy to track I mean, there's apps for that. There's the Apple Watches and different things that you can use to track it.
Yeah, your phone actually tracks it automatically without you even knowing it. In like if you have an iPhone or even an Android, in the health app, it's going to track your steps for you. And you can actually go in there and it'll show you like your average steps a day. And that is just being, if you don't work out, that's just your average steps on a normal day, you know, doing your day-to-day functions. So if you look at that and you already have like 7,000 or 8,000, you don't have very much more to go to get to 10,000 at all. That's
Yeah.
just like maybe a 20-minute workout. But if you're somebody that maybe has 5,000 steps or like 4,000 steps daily, they might have to put in a little bit more work to get to the 10, but eventually it's not going to feel like it's extra work because that 10 is going to just start some, you know, that's going to be part of their daily habit.
Yeah, that's true. I do have to be more intentional to be able to get it to the 10,000 steps. But once I'm intentional and have it in my mind, I am able to do the 10,000 steps. Um, if the clients are already doing this at home to 10,000 steps per day, is there anything else that they could be doing at home for strength training?
If they're at home and they are doing their 10,000 steps, I would recommend maybe getting maybe some bands or some light weights just to add, you know, while they're walking, they can hold their weights in their hands. They can, you know, implement some moves in there.
Yeah.
Also, what I recommend too is like if you are, let's say, walking outside and you're walking around the block, and at some point you can say, okay, from this house to the end of the street, I'm going to do lunges. So you'll lunge there and then continue your walk. Then when you hit the corner, you can say, okay, to the stop sign, maybe I'll jog a little bit. Then to the next stop sign, I'll walk. So if you add those different exercises in there to switch up the walking, that'll help strengthen other muscles, and it'll, you know, keep your walk a little more interesting.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, you don't really even need to go to the store and buy bands or weights. If you just maybe set a goal like today I want to try to do 500 squats, or today I want to try to do 100 body squats and 100 sit-ups. You do a couple throughout the day, and by the end of your day, if you give yourself maybe till 5 o'clock, see how many you get. If you keep doing that, that'll eventually build, you know, more stamina to build your
Yeah.
muscles. The one thing that is key is just consistency. Like you have to do it over and over. If you do it 3 times, it's not going to work. If you do it 30 times, it's not going to work. It's going to work on the 300th time.
I agree with you. Definitely consistency is important. And I think having a plan or a personal trainer, like I do, a personal trainer just to kind of motivate you really helps. I want to ask you, what do you think about the weighted vest?
The weighted vests are cool. I feel like have if you're clumsy, or because what's going to happen is it's going to add added weight to you, right? So let's say you have some ankle weights on and you're walking outside and you're hiking. If you step wrong and you have those weights on, that weight's going to shift and you could maybe like sprain your ankle more. Like it's going to add those extra weights to you. So you just want to be careful on what you're actually doing. If you have a weighted vest on and you're walking on the treadmill, that's not really bad. But I mean, if you just would walk on the treadmill too, it's, you know, like adding the vest isn't going to add anything extra. It's not going to make you lose weight faster. It's just going to make you walk heavier.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you were training for something, like if you said that you were going hiking on a 30-mile hike and you needed to be able to carry your backpack, then I would say, yeah, train with the waist or train with the weighted vest. But just for every day, it's not really beneficial
Okay.
because like your body's already enough weight as it is.
Yeah. So I have a
Weight
lot of I have a lot of weight loss clients. Do you have any specific exercises or words of wisdom for them that could help them out in their weight loss journey?
I would definitely say track your food, being aware of what you're putting into your body and reading labels, because those are very deceiving. When something says no sugar added, doesn't mean that it doesn't have sugar. They just didn't add any additional sugar. Or sometimes something might say, like a lot of the protein cookies and protein bars, they're meant to be healthy, but if you look at all the ingredients, once you add it all up, it's not really healthy. They add a lot of fake sugar, a lot of other preservatives and other things in there. And then they just add, it's a protein bar, so it's healthy. Yes, it has protein, but it also has all of that other stuff in there that you probably don't really need. So reading the labels and being aware of the serving sizes is going to help out, because portion control is something everyone has, issues with. We either eat too little or we eat too much. We never eat just around, the right amount that our body needs.
That's true.
But if you, read the labels and track your food and have a goal, then you'll be able to get to that amount of food that you're actually need in order for you to lose weight, if that is what your goal is.
Is there an app that you think would be helpful or that you would recommend?
There's all different ones. My Fitness Pal. I have an app that I can use where if you want me to track you and help you, I would track your food with you. It's called Trainerize. You use the app to enter your food. You could do your workouts in there, and it's a direct communication to me. There's other ones, like I said, that My Fitness Pal, that's something that you can use on your own. The good thing about all of the apps with the food and you track them, because they're so popular, they have scanners on them, and you can scan in, your bag of popcorn or your oatmeal, and it tracks it for you and it saves it. So once you have your food in there and you're consistently eating the good foods, you'll be able to go back and just click on the item rather than going to scan everything. And that's the ultimate goal, is after, 1 or 2 months, you should have a good diary of food in there that you're able to see, oh, wow, I eat the same things over and over, and this is what works for me. This is what doesn't work for me. And then that's where you should be able to see the weight loss happen.
Yep, that's true. It increases your awareness as to what you're eating, and then
Right.
not losing the weight. Maybe this is why, right?
Right.
I'm going to put your information as well in the notes. That way, if anyone wants to reach out to you and ask you about your services or the app, they're able to do that, because I do think it's very important for my patients. For anybody that's trying to lose weight, I am always talking to them about nutrition and different things, but I think it's more than just a consultation. It's definitely ongoing support that's needed when you're trying to achieve a goal.
Right. And it just helps also, if you want to learn how to track your food, I can help you with that, because that part, some people just, it seems just like going to the gym. It's very intimidating to sit there and actually track everything that you eat. I will say, like, the first week is probably the hardest, but after you get over that hump, it does become easier, and the awareness is eye-opening. But that's just once you see all of the stuff that you've been eating that you thought was good,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, wow. And then the best part is once you get that result and you see the results from that, then you're never going to stop. You're just going to keep going. But it's hard to get to that pinpoint. It takes at least, I would say, maybe 30 to 60 days to really, like, actually really see a good amount of weight loss by just tracking your food.
Yeah.
And being active. I had one client just recently, she lost 6 pounds in the month that we tracked. And it was all because I showed her how to track her food. I showed her, what her goal was. And then as the weeks went on, we kind of just changed it a little bit. I took some things out of it. But she showed that she did it daily and tracked it daily. And now her outcome was that she lost 6 pounds. what she couldn't do before because she wasn't tracking her food. She was eating healthy. She just wasn't eating healthy towards what she needed. Like she wasn't getting in a caloric deficit. She wasn't eating more than she was burning.
Yeah.
When she was aware and she tracked it, then the weight started falling off. So, and we got her in a good spot to continue to lose weight. And 5 pounds, 6 pounds is a lot.
It is. It definitely is a lot. Um, I think when I track my food, when I tracked my food in the past, I found that I was eating a lot more carbs than I thought,
Mhm.
a lot more sugar than I thought, and then not as much protein as I thought or needed even. And that was definitely eye-opening. And then I could change my way of eating and trying to focus more on the protein, which I've been doing lately, and more on protein and essentially veggies. But even if I try to eat anything else, I can't because I'm so full from eating the right amount of protein.
That's good. That was one of the main things that we implemented with her. I increased her protein intake a lot. And also telling her like the types of protein to eat because she didn't realize like, people don't think, but almonds, they have protein in them. So if you do the serving size, which is like 26, and I'm mad that I know that because I had to count them. Serving size 26 almonds, that's a healthy fat and it's a protein, so it's a good snack. You add that maybe with some strawberries and then maybe with the protein shake. Those things all add up, and they all taste good and they'll improve your overall health. But
Yeah.
those are the things you have to. She was on track eating the protein, but once we started just adding a couple little, like a shake here, a shake there, um, yogurt here, it got her over a goal. And then she actually was saying she felt a lot better. Because before she said she would only put like a little bit of protein in her coffee. But she
Yeah.
works out. That's all the only protein she would have. And then maybe protein with dinner. But once we added more in there, her body reacted to it and eventually started reacting to it.
Her muscles needed it.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
she's very, very active. She wasn't fueling her body enough.
So for your clients that do the personal training, and I know this is very generalized, everyone's different, right? But what do you usually recommend for how many grams of protein for someone to eat in a day?
Generally, a good number is like 125,
125.
125 grams. So if you think about it, if you do a shake or two and you do maybe like a 50-gram shake, you
Yeah.
do two, that's 100. And then, or like if you're actually tracking everything that has protein in it, 125 grams isn't a lot. But if you're not tracking it and you don't know, then it's going to be hard for you to get there. Because generally, a protein shake, like the pre-made ones, they're anywhere from 25 to 30 grams.
Yeah.
And then like 6 ounces of chicken or 4 ounces of chicken. So it's about 30 grams if you do 4 ounces of chicken breast. So 30 grams there, plus a shake, that's 60. So then if you maybe have some more, if you have chicken for dinner or fish for dinner and something else, it'll add up if you're actually eating those meals. Because a lot of times, a lot of my clients only eat once a day.
Yeah.
That's everybody. And that right there, yes, you may say that you're not hungry and you're really busy, but eating once a day, all that is going to do is just keep you where you're at. Like it's not going to make you lose weight. It's not going to let you gain weight. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to keep you on that straight line because it's not working. Your body's not working for you. If
That's
you eat anywhere from, 4 to 6 meals, and a couple of those can be snacks too, your metabolism should start working, and that's where it's working for you, and you'll be hungry and the food then turns into fuel It breaks down the carbohydrates. The only thing is you just got to eat enough, which everyone is like, wait, I have to eat more to lose weight. Yeah.
Well, because you're eating the right things too, and you're getting full with real food, with really good quality food versus whatever it is that, you were eating before. Do you have any like certain protein shakes you would recommend?
I like Premier Protein. I personally am always on the go, so I like to do the pre-made proteins
Yeah.
at Costco, or you can get them anywhere. But I like the ones that are already made, and I just pull it out of the refrigerator, take it with me, and go. Um, if I do make a shake, I do recommend putting actual like yogurt into the shake as well, the protein yogurts, because those you can get those anywhere from 15 to 20 grams. And then if you add your protein powder, which is anywhere from 20 to 30 grams, that makes a 60-gram shake just with the yogurt and the protein.
Yeah, that Greek yogurt has a good amount of protein.
And it's good for you, gives you good probiotics. So it's not horrible.
Yeah.
But I like Muscle Milk. I like Premier Protein. I also kind of use my protein shakes as a snack. So if I try to have a couple different flavors, and one be more of like a cake flavor, or like a, chocolate peanut butter or something. So that way, if I am craving sweets, I can drink the protein shake and kind of, in my mind, think it's ice cream.
You're tricking your mind.
Yes. And that there is, I haven't tried it yet, but I've seen on the internet and Instagram the Ninja like ice cream thing where you can make your own protein, like ice cream stuff. Seems
Oh,
like a lot of work to me, but
that sounds really good. It does sound like a lot of work, but that sounds really good.
it's called like the creamer, the Ninja creamer. And I've seen people do cereal brands, different, like just all kinds of flavors, and they put it in the, like they make everything in the little blender or whatever.
I need to go and find out more about this.
But me, on the other hand, that sounds like a lot of work. So you can make it and I'll drink it.
Oh man. All right, Delilah, if people want to find you so they can ask you questions, get an assessment with you, an evaluation to start working with you, where can they find you?
The easiest would be to look me up on Instagram, which is Fit Delilah. And my email is easy as well because it's fitdelilah@gmail.com.
Okay. And I will also add that to our notes and to our blog and any post on social media that we would make. Okay, one last question, and then we're gonna be all done. What's your personal training philosophy in one sentence?
One sentence.
One sentence, yeah.
You'll be all right.
You'll be. This too shall pass.
You shall pass. You'll be fine.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God.
Because
All
you know how
right.
to say, how many times do I? You'll be all right.
Yeah, she tells me that all the time. And I am all right. Then I, thank her for later after I can breathe and all that.
You'll be
All
fine. Give me 10 minutes.
All right, Delilah, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I hope that everyone listening today just finds this helpful. If you guys have questions, please let us know. And until next time, bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Perla Bienestar Center podcast, where your health and wellness comes first. Don't forget to subscribe, and for more information, find us on Instagram or visit us at perlacenter.com.